What is going on YouTube? So this is going to be a vlog slash journey of my dieting phase photoshoot prep summer 2023. So this is actually one day before the shoot, but the first half or the first part of this series is going to be the first kind of 12 weeks of the dieting phase. So within here you'll probably see me at my worst in terms of physique, and it's going to talk you through nutrition, training, cardio, management of kind of social events, and it's going to take you all the way up until week 12, and then the last 4 weeks will be series 2. So this is probably going to be the worst side of me in regards to how I look, but also the most amount of knowledge, and just to see kind of what goes in and how I can transform my body from where it is here in this episode to how it will be in episode 2. So I hope you enjoy, hope you're doing well. Remember to subscribe and follow for more videos like this. I'm going to be doing another photo shoot this year, and I thought I would kind of document my day-to-day life up until that photo shoot and what is kind of required to achieve a photo shoot worthy condition. Now obviously this is fairly early on, and I'll do a physique update on the next video. And at the minute I'm not feeling great, you know, I'm starting to lose body fat visibly, but at the minute it's always that kind of, oh my god, when's it going to come? But again, same as last year, you just have to trust the process. And it's literally, you know, even like last year, 4 weeks out, I was thinking, oh my god, I've got a photo shoot in 4 weeks. I don't look photo shoot worthy. But that's why it's going to be very important just to stay consistent, adherent, and just be patient with your plan. And I thought this video would be very useful for people that maybe wanting to do a photo shoot, or they have a summer holiday coming up, and just showing the kind of ins and outs and the dedication and work that you have to put in to achieve a photo shoot worthy condition. So this is just a brief look at how I'm looking now. This is about 6 weeks in. Sorry if that went really loud. So yeah, you can see, not too impressive. We are starting to get a few abs, or outline of abs at least, but it's that kind of moment where you're thinking, oh my god, have I put on too much body fat in the building phase? But again, you do have to trust the process and knowing that I can literally not do anything more. And I thought the reason that I document it this time is purely because I've not been this strict ever with my dieting phase. You know, last year I was probably going out every weekend drinking alcohol up until maybe 5 weeks before, whereas this time round I am doing the full 16 weeks no alcohol, maybe one day off mid-June kind of time, just for a bit of longevity purposes and sustainability, and have an occasion in June that I want to kind of enjoy with friends. So that will be the only kind of off-plan evening, but apart from that it's going to be, you know, 100% kind of commitment, 100% adherence, and yeah, I'm just excited to see what package I can bring this year. So I'll keep you updated, kind of talk you through day-to-day things, cardio, nutrition, steps, all the boring stuff, but hopefully you can get some knowledge from it at least. So see you in the next video. I'm going to talk you through what a normal day would look like. Today is actually a rest day, Wednesday, the 24th of May. So Wednesday, always a bit of a quieter day in regards to one-to-one sessions and my own training, obviously, because it's a rest day. So wake up about 6 o'clock typically. I'll take my Yihimbine, as shown on the previous video, and then I'll try and get all my work done literally within the first 2 hours. Just so it's done for the rest of the day, and it gives me a little bit more time to get any more kind of online work that needs doing, any setups that need doing, form analysis videos, things like that. So I'll always start with work after your Yihimbine. Then after the work's done, I'll jump on the treadmill, try and get at least 10-20 minute walk in. That's typically around 2,000 steps usually, and what that does as well is it allows me to get my legs nice and warm, ready for my bike session. So this time around I said that I'm not drinking. I'm still not drinking. I just wanted to kind of add a little bit of substance to that in regards to why this year I'm not compared to last year. Obviously last year I still got in very good condition, like the best shape I've ever been in my life. And that was done with drinking on most weekends. So it's proof that you can still do it. But this year, obviously, I maybe stupidly put on a bit too much body fat, took the mick in regards to the building phase and maybe overspilled slightly on my calories per day. But this time I'm going to be a little bit more strict with it on account of that. So a lot more body fat was present at the start of the building phase, still is. So a lot more to come off. So therefore, to add one more kind of tool to my arsenal, I'm going to not include alcohol this year. Like I said, maybe just the one as a bit of a halfway break, but that is why. And you can still achieve fantastic results with drinking most weekends, as you can see on my recent transformation with Ed. He went out every single weekend, maybe up until 2 weeks before the photo shoot. So it's proof that you can still do it. You might not be in a better position than if you weren't drinking, but it's definitely still achievable and obviously a lot more sustainable as well. What did you say it looks like? Yeah, I'm that guy. I've put the mic on the end of my cap. Purely because I'm going to show you a bit of a physique update. So this is a week apart from the previous one. So if you just stand in the same place for me, that'd be great. Oh, just take me, wait, pause it for a second. So this is into week 6 physique update. So you can see slightly different compared to last week. Obviously a lot tighter, I'd say, around the midsection, which is nice. And obviously as you get into this part of the dieting phase, you will see weekly changes, which is very motivating as well, because obviously when you're building, you're progressively looking worse. When you're dieting, I'd like to think you start to look a hell of a lot better, which is nice, and it motivates you because it goes back to that kind of, you go to the gym to look better, whereas when you're doing a building phase, it's hard to kind of take away that mindset that you're going to train and get better in your training as opposed to look better. So yeah, I'd say a slight change. Hopefully you can see a slight difference. Is it on? Oh yeah, you like fingers over the light, that's why. So typically on a cardio day, which is pretty much every day now, I'm doing 6 cardio sessions per week, which isn't, well, to be fair, it's not bad. It becomes part of your kind of routine. It really isn't that detrimental to my day to day, and it just becomes a habit over time. But I'll typically, before I get on the bike, if there's coffee beans in, have just a double shot espresso, basically just a stimulant to increase that heart rate. So effectively I don't have to work as hard than if I weren't to have a coffee, for example. So it's normally just a black coffee, obviously trying to keep the calories low, but it does help elevate that heart rate, which again, if you can kind of get more out of something, I'd always recommend that. Calorie-free sweeteners. If you do or are someone who drinks coffee and you don't like just the pure coffee taste, which I sometimes do, but this coffee's a little bit bitter. So I do add one sweetener, calorie free. So make sure when you are doing kind of swaps like that with sugar and just little kind of things that you wouldn't recognize normally, just to make sure you account for them if you're not using things like 0 calorie sweetener. But it just makes it taste a little bit nicer. So I'm just going to quickly drink this, change my top because I don't want to get this one sweaty, and then we're going to jump onto the bike, maybe in about 10 minutes. I might do another little 10-minute walk on the treadmill just to get that heart rate up. Jump onto the bike, 30 minutes. Started watching Conor McGregor documentary on Netflix, so it's quite good. Quite a good watch. It motivates you when you're on the bike. Might do a little bit of shadow boxing as well from time to time. See you on the bike. Out of breath. I think a huge misconception when you are embarking on a dieting phase is that when you're in the gym, you're meant to get weaker, or you should get weaker. This is not the case. I know when you're on less foods, when you're expending more, it should feel, or potentially feel, like you would get weaker in the gym, but this shouldn't be the case. All the muscle that you've built and worked hard for throughout the building phase will stay there, or at least a lot of it will stay there, if you can still retain numbers within the gym. So this is why it's very important when you are still training throughout a dieting phase that you try and keep your lifts, your reps, your sets as consistent as you can in regards to maintenance, and just try and retain as much muscle as possible during the dieting phase, because you will be losing a tiny amount as time goes by, along with body fat of course. But to try and mitigate this, you want to just try and keep as working hard as you can within the gym
to ensure that you retain that muscle mass. What else was I going to say? And there's no reason why you can't actually progress in the gym. For the first kind of 6 weeks of this dieting phase this time round, I've actually progressed on pretty much every exercise since day one. It's only this week in week 6 where I've started to feel a little bit of fatigue, and that's probably due to cardio being as high and food's coming down. So there's no reason why you can't progress. It's all in here. Just have that mindset that you're still going to progress when you are embarking on a dieting phase. Finished. Cardio done, third one of the week. Doing 6 cardio sessions at the minute. And there's a reason why I can do 6 and still keep on top of my training without feeling too fatigued. Now, when you are dieting, I would always opt for choosing something like a bike, a Stairmaster, or a cross trainer, anything that's going to be very low impact on your joints, on your muscles, because from a recovery standpoint, you don't want to be doing things like HIIT, road running, any form of kind of intervals, because it could be very taxing on your central nervous system. So when you're dieting, to try and facilitate the whole dieting phase and make sure it's sustainable and you can adhere to it, you don't want to burn out too early, I would 100% advise anything like the bike or a Stairmaster, like I said, something that's just going to be very low tax on your central nervous system, which is going to allow you to push on through that dieting phase without getting too fatigued. 17 days away from shoot. As you can see, I'm in the zone. Cardio is now 7 days a week, 40 minutes. And I have previously been mixing it up. I'll do like 20 minutes on the incline walk, 20 minutes on the bike. But today, I'm in the mood to do the full 40 minutes on the treadmill. And I think that's something that's very important when you are dieting and you are doing as much cardio as I am, is although you need to make it sustainable, you also have to make it enjoyable. So for the first few days, 40 minutes on this straight was just a bit too much. On the incline, it really gets my lower back. But like I've said to you before, the body adapts. It's not too taxing today. So I was doing 20, quads, hamstrings, both taking a bit of a beating. But now it's kind of 3 days in. I'd say it's a breeze. My face and my lungs might say different, but it's definitely a lot easier and a lot more sustainable. So 17 days out, feeling good, feeling on track. Had a higher day yesterday, which was 400 grams of carbs, which has definitely done the trick. Dropped a lot of fatigue and actually woke up a bit lighter this morning. Do feel a little bit more watery today, but that's to be expected, as glycogen will be drawn into the muscle and therefore I'll hold a lot more water. So yeah, 7 days to dig deep. 7 days to dig deep? 17 days to dig deep. See you in the next video. Is this thing on? Mm-hmm. YouTube. Some of you might ask what I watch when I'm doing cardio. I tend to mix it up. Sometimes I watch some kind of educational videos. I'm currently doing a course for coaching. But often, especially because we're going IB for now as well, I'll kind of watch videos of my favourite influencers. Joking. But if I am to watch anything, typically be Mike Thurston. And currently watching his kind of IB for vlogs, just to get a few ideas of where to go. While we're at it, may as well give you a quick physique update, sweaty physique update. Oh my god. So 161 this morning, pounds. Like I say, feeling a little bit more watery today, but to be expected. Feeling good.
Feel me. Feel me.
Nice full espresso. Probably thinking, what the hell's in the bag? Well, we've just done the Tesco run and we've stocked up on ice. So we've got 4 bags of ice. Now, I'm at the point in the dieting phase where, I don't know why I'm putting it down, I'll take it outside. I'm at the point in the dieting phase where injuries, not injuries as such, but niggles and pains are aplenty and definitely occurring a lot more, which is to be expected as body fat comes down. Oof. You know, obviously your joints are a lot less protected, thus meaning you are going to pick up, you know, a few more aches and pains compared to usual. And this is why it's not necessarily, well, it's definitely not sustainable to be at this kind of body fat percentage for a prolonged amount of time. Yes, it serves its purpose, and yes, you look good, but in regards to general health, you know, we are meant to have a good portion or a good degree of body fat. You know, it's basic science for survival. So yeah, this is why I'm putting a bit more emphasis on the old. Can you see the rain on that? And it's raining, which is nice. Putting a bit more emphasis on my kind of recovery and mobility, stretching kind of work, because I'm going to be a lot more prone to picking up injuries and aches. So yeah, I'm just going to pop the ice in. Hopefully it gets cold enough. Again, it's still not actually been, you know, below kind of 10 degrees, which I kind of want to get it down to, like, you know, at least 1 to 5 to really get the benefits of the ice bath. Because at the minute I'm probably just sitting in a lukewarm, coldish bath in the garden. So if I'm doing it, I may as well do it properly. I might have to invest in an ice machine maker, because £4.40 for 4 bags of ice. Crazy times. But that looks a bit better already. That's the kind of density of ice you'd want. So yeah, hopefully after I've done my cardio now, oops, and after all them haven't blown away, we should have a good reading. So we're at about 15 degrees at the minute. So fingers crossed. I've not put this in too early, and it's going to get, I'd hope, at least below 8.
Well,
So,
it's freezing.
huh?
Freezing out here.
Well, it's not freezing, it's still fairly warm. 13 degrees. So let's just keep that nice and cold and protected from the rain. And then it's time to do cardio again, 40 minutes. Yes, yes. I love cardio. See you soon.
Feel me. Feel me.
So cardio's done again. I feel like that's a running theme on this YouTube video. Cardio's done, cardio's done, cardio's done. But it is done, as you can see. Sweaty one, very sweaty one again. But I was going to take you through our, Hannah's joined me on all of these, ab kind of circuits that I do in addition to my weighted abs within the gym. So training abs effectively this time 4 times per week. So I do 2 weighted ones in the gym, crunches and leg raises. And then that's twice per week. And then we do 2 in the garage, just like a mini circuits almost. So we do Russian twists with dumbbells, plank, 30 seconds, but making it hard, not like a normal plank that you see people do where they're flat as a pancake. And also crunches as well, we've added in as of recently, as I feel like I do get a good connection with them. And obviously the main kind of chunk of your abs is going to be built within the gym. So progressive overload to be applied when you are doing abs, it's the same as any other muscle. You still need to train it with intensity, with overload over time. So make sure you are building up your weights or your reps each time you do it. And this is what kind of builds the blocky looking abs. And then obviously the nutritional side of things is what's going to kind of get the definition, bring the body fat down and reveal them abs. So you should train abs, definitely, even during a building phase. So we're going to take you through what we do. So we do 30 seconds on, 10-second rest, minute rest at the end of each 3. And we repeat that 3 times. So join us for abs.
Feel me. Feel me.
So yet again, another physique update. This is 5 weeks prior to shoot, so as you can see, things are starting to look a little bit better, a little bit more photo shoot-like. This is the wrap of episode 1 of Photoshoot Prep Vlog. Hopefully you've taken some education or something you didn't know before from this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in episode 2.